office. It's appraisal day. Appraisal came back and I am expecting 2 appraisals, for one buyer, for the other buyer. I am one of the buyers, and then I have clients, they're expecting the next days their appraisal back. And with one, I'm praying that the appraisal comes back high, and with the other one, I'm honestly praying that the appraisal comes in low. And I got asked a lot, so how do you want the appraisal to come back? Do you want it to come back on price? And the answer is it's different in every transaction. For example, right now, I am a buyer and I wrote up an appraisal waiver, so no matter how the appraisal comes back, I will finish the transaction and I will close that house anyways. So honestly, for me, when the appraisal comes back higher, I see I bought for a good price. Yeah. So, and that actually happened today. The appraisal, I tried to buy smart. So the appraisal came back higher than what I'm under contract for. So that's a good thing. If I later on want to refi or something, I know I already went in with equity. We have not heard that in a while. That's a new thing. The market is changing. So right now we see that houses, appraisals come back over what we were offering. Yeah, I also wrote up the offer very strong. There are different ways how to write it up, and for my own, I write it up very aggressively. So for buyers, on the other hand, let's just assume the buyer is a FHA buyer, so they get government support for just better criteria to qualify for a loan. It's backed up by the government. So those loans need to qualify. And when the appraisal comes back low, let's say the house is listed for 500, we offer 500 and the appraisal comes back for 450. The listing agent and the seller basically do not have much alternative. They have 2 options in that moment. They can put the house back on the market when the deal falls apart, or they can go with the flow and lower the price. The buyer is officially not allowed to make up the difference. We cannot write it up in the offer. Sometimes we do have a FHA buyer, let's say they do have 50K extra in savings. In this moment, they could offer that, but they don't have to, because usually the seller has to come down. They don't want to put the house back on the market. Also, the FHA appraisal sticks with the house for 6 months. If they go back on the market, let's say they're like, okay, whatever, we want to sell for 500. We're not lowering the price for this buyer. In that case, they would have to put it back on the market to try again from scratch to find a new buyer. And in this moment, they have to find a conventional buyer, because they cannot go with the FHA, because they would run into the same issue. The buyer cannot offer to make up the 50K. They're not allowed to by their regulations, and they would basically not get more money for the property. So that is a quick explanation. Maybe for the public interesting regarding appraisal, and I was thinking it's funny, I'm waiting for 2 appraisals, and for one I'm hoping it to come back high, and for the other one I'm hoping it to come back low. So we wait 1 or 2 more days till the other appraisal is back, and then we negotiate. But honestly, I'm not too terrified of that moment. Sometimes you have an unexperienced agent on the other side, so we have to do a little bit more explanation. But honestly, the options are clear. There is not much to do for the listing agent at this point. So what is the sweetest deal is you put your client under contract, you negotiate first an option period. That's the time frame where you do your inspections, and hopefully you get a little discount there. Yeah, we did not do that very much the last 2 years because there were backup contracts and they would simply go with the next best buyer. And the times are changing, so there are not so much backup buyers anymore, or executed backup offers. So honestly, I have the feeling we're the only one here, and we're a little bit more in the driving seat in that moment. Okay, that was just a quick update from my office. I thought I'd share that with you regarding appraisal. You guys make it a wonderful day. Bye bye.